This is the image of the Earth 10,000 years ago. At that time, we were living through what is known as the Ice Age. It seemed as though every corner of the Earth was covered by thick layers of ice. The frozen remains of animals were scattered everywhere. You might think that no civilization could have survived on Earth during this period, let alone an advanced one. But perhaps what we think is not entirely correct. It may be that an advanced civilization really did exist on Earth at that time, thousands of years ago. Against the relentless power of time, could such a civilization have survived? And if it did, then where is it now on this planet? Could it be beneath the oceans, or perhaps here, in the vastest desert on Earth, the Sahara? But is all this true or not? Let's uncover the mystery together with Primal Universe in our newest video. The mystery of the Richat structure, the blue eye of the desert, or perhaps the great Atlantis that vanished. This is a topic strongly promoted by the man who always pushes theories about lost civilizations and forgotten lands, Graham Hancock. Graham once boldly declared that humanity suffers from a form of temporary amnesia. Meaning, we might have forgotten a great civilization that existed in the past at any given moment. But according to the theory of human evolution, this seems almost impossible. Isn't human civilization progressing every single day, even every single hour? From nomadic groups wandering in fear of wild animals, humans became farmers, then workers, moving from farm-based societies into industrial cities. Many believe that we are now living in the peak age of human intelligence, science, and technology. Countless new inventions are born every hour, even every minute. However, this belief could be completely wrong. What if humanity has already forgotten a great civilization somewhere along the course of history, a civilization that now exists only in legends and myths? If there is one myth that truly carries secrets about humanity's past, it must be the legend of Atlantis. Many people dismiss the stories of Atlantis as mere fantasy. But just as many believe it really did exist. Even historians and scholars have never stopped debating its presence on Earth. For centuries, Atlantis has been imagined as a mighty empire with advanced science and technology, incredible wealth, and immense military power. But is any of this true? Could humanity really have forgotten a civilization so magnificent? And if it did exist, where is Atlantis now on this vast planet? If you grew up with myths and legends, you must be familiar with the powerful sea god holding a mighty trident, Poseidon. According to legend, he was the creator of Atlantis. This story was first recorded by the historian Plato, around 360 BC. Specifically, Atlantis appears in two of his works, Timaeus and Critias. In these dialogues, Plato describes Atlantis as a large island that had existed 9,000 years before his own time. The story came from Solon, an ancient Greek sage, who learned it from Egyptian priests, and later passed it down to Critias' grandfather. Atlantis was described as a land formed of concentric islands separated by canals, linked together by a great waterway leading to the center. The islands were filled with gold, silver, and other rare metals. Exotic animals roamed freely. According to legend, Poseidon built Atlantis for a mortal woman he loved. The city was built atop a hill on a secluded island, designed to protect her. Poseidon had searched the whole world for the largest island, and when he found Atlantis, he was struck by the beauty and intelligence of its people. He decided to settle there with his beloved. For centuries, this tale has fascinated humanity. Atlantis was said to have sunk into the sea after a great disaster. But its true location remains unknown. Some claim it was in the Mediterranean. Others say off the coast of Spain. Still others suggest Antarctica, or somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean. Some even point to the region between Spain and Morocco, near Cadiz. Countless theories exist, yet all agree, a catastrophic disaster, whether an earthquake, volcanic eruption, or massive tsunami, sent Atlantis beneath the waves. Most scientists, however, do not believe Atlantis really existed. Ocean explorer Robert Ballard, the man who discovered the Titanic in 1981, admitted that no one can say with certainty that Plato's description is 100% accurate. Still, Ballard also noted that Atlantis remains a logical myth, because great floods and volcanic eruptions have indeed shaped human history. About 3,600 years ago, the volcanic eruption of Santorini destroyed the island in the Aegean Sea near Greece. At that time, a highly advanced society lived there, the Minoans. Coincidentally, their civilization vanished suddenly at the same time as the eruption. According to legend, the Minoan civilization was linked to King Minos, son of Zeus. When Minos failed to keep a promise to Poseidon, the sea god cursed him, leading to the birth of the half-man, half-bull creature, the Minotaur. Minos built a great labyrinth to imprison it, a structure so complex that once inside, no one could escape. This labyrinth became one of the greatest creations of the Minoan civilization. The English archaeologist Arthur Evans later excavated Knossos, revealing the grandeur of the Minoan palaces. The Minoans were a maritime society, thriving on trade rather than military power. Their palaces were often destroyed by earthquakes but rebuilt again and again. The art and frescoes uncovered reveal a refined and elegant civilization, one that lived in harmony with nature. Their society, in many ways, was not so different from ours today. Meaning, advanced civilizations truly did exist thousands of years ago. But was Santorini really Atlantis? The timelines do not match Plato's story. Some scholars argue that Plato simply invented Atlantis as a metaphor for philosophical and moral ideas, about the fall of societies that grow greedy and corrupt. In his writings, Atlantis represented a people who lost their way, angering the gods, who punished them with fire, earthquakes, and a great flood that sank the island. In the famous book Many Lives, Many Times by Tun Vu, Atlantis was also used as a starting point to explore humanity's forgotten wisdom. The legend of the city beneath the sea continues to spark curiosity. Was it real or just a myth? No evidence has yet proven its existence, but intriguing coincidences keep the mystery alive. If Atlantis truly existed, how vast was it, and what secrets did it hold? Plato wrote that Atlantis was even larger than Libya and Asia combined. Its mountains rose in the north, while fertile plains stretched to the south. Its walls were made of red, white, and black stone, decorated with precious metals. Some claim Atlantis was as large as Eurasia, though that seems impossible. Others believe it may have been the size of Crete, the largest island of Greece. But the truth remains unknown. What we do know is that the story of Atlantis is still only legend, speculation, and mystery. It may have been home to both gods and humans, a city of harmony, natural wealth, and technological advancement far ahead of its time. But whether it truly existed or not, remains one of humanity's greatest unanswered questions.